Okay. So what happened was my sister-in-law, she became pregnant, and she was living with us. There was and she was pregnant, and we were living as a joint family. Quite a few of us, maybe 3 brothers in, and 2 sisters, mom and dad. So a lot of people in one family. Like any other Asian household, you get your financial problems, and struggling to pay bills, and who's going to pay this, who's going to pay that. So my mum had a little conversation with my brother about his input towards the house and how much he's going to pay, blah blah blah. Anyways, even his wife, she wasn't really putting her weight in. Even the smallest thing like hoovering was a big task for her. And my brother had an issue with her hoovering while she was pregnant, and my mom's thing was that it's not a big deal, it's just a daily activity that you can do. Anyways, all of that kind of led to an argument with the family, and my brother, just being my brother, he was arguing with my mom and the rest of my family, and then he ended up arguing with my sister-in-law as well. And obviously she's pregnant, so she's going through a lot, and she doesn't have the prettiest pregnancies. So what happened was she had a mental episode, I'd say. And in that mental episode, what happened was, obviously they had an argument as well, and one of the days she got really bad. So she was obviously arguing, shouting. So I went to go and see her with my other sister, and as we knocked on the door, she literally was swearing at us, shouting at us. And what made it worse was that obviously she's pregnant, bearing in mind, she started punching her belly in front of us, and to show that she was harming her baby. And I was very young at the time. I was so shocked by it. I was just like, what is going on? I need to leave this scene. Like, what is happening? I was so scared because I was thinking that baby is getting battered right now. What is happening? So my sister tried to help her, and obviously we thought it was probably some sort of prenatal depression situation happening, and we were just trying to help her through it. She wasn't having it. She was shouting at us, she was swearing at us, effing and lying and everything. Anyways, a few days later, another situation arises with the same sister-in-law. Everything's getting a bit crazy at home with the whole financial issues and paying bills, and so one of the days she's obviously argued with her husband, and bear in mind they call the police a lot to our family, to our house. So the police are literally in and out of our house because of their fights quite a lot. So one of these days what she does is she runs outside of the house, and she's running, no shoes, nothing. She runs outside the house, and then she finds herself in front of a car. Literally, the car would have 2 seconds earlier, and she would have probably been underneath the car. And that was the biggest scare of my life. I was very shocked by it. So after she was in front of the car, the person came out the car. They were screaming at her like, "What are you doing?" And bearing in mind the police were coming as well to our house. So obviously family members went to go get her, brought her back to the house, and tried to settle the situation. But to be fair, what she was going through was because of her prenatal depression, and this was her second child, I think. And you can imagine, with 3 brothers, with eldest brother's kids, everyone's just inside one household, but there's not much income coming through. So everything was getting a bit tight and sticky. Anyways, she was brought back into the house. Police came, had a little conversation. But yeah, what happened was they decided that they wanted to leave the house, so they filed for homeless. Yeah.